just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Arizona Cardinals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And they'll work from the 29 on second and 6.
To throw, it's Murray.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now a second down and 6.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And complete to Zach Ertz.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 36, Murray
Caught by the tight end Ertz.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. Runs through the contact. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Murray going to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he's brought down.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
Murray a give to Edmonds on the option.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Washington 0. Matt Prater to kick off our first half.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So how about
about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Rashard Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Second down and 8. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
A handoff for Gibson.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he finds McLaurin, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Truck, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It was still more than a minute to go into half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for more.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Rolling to his right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Murray now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here's Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
The score, Cardinals 14, Washington 13. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. It got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Murray now. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Murray forced out to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's more. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Murray now to throw. Again, he finds more. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Again, they'll throw in Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get... And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Looking to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Washington on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Murray has the first down and more. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play, picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Murray now on first down.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
2nd down and 3.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Murray a give to Edmonds on the option.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Washington.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now Murray off play action. Escaping the pressure right.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
Touchdown!
Antonio Gibson
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take the 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
First down, Murray. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. Murray looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Isaiah Simmons
coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Complete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still